between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Madison running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 7, Winston flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca. On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
4th down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Yeah. I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 24, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Joseph's got it. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Saints have 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Cousins now from the 50. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fourth down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Play action, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Cousins now. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Eric Ebron from 3 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, and let me do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Winston now from the 50. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Winston now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and short yardage, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Joseph now to have the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Handoff right side to Nwangu. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 18-yard line. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Winston again. It's Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. To throw is Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give left is DeRondre. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cousins to throw it. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And the lead will remain at 23. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
if you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's working.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing here, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On third down, Cousins. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the... And Winston lost the football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 44 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
Petty don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now a better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, get about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, get some money.